We've got our Polymega. We've got a game. Now let's answer some questions. What's going on, everyone? It's Rich Haywood here for Bacon Ice Cream Productions and Team RTFC, welcoming you to yet another episode of Good Times with Retro Rich. Yeah, that's right. We're here trying to answer some Polymega questions. This question comes from me. It's kind of weird, right? No. So to be honest, I was just here. It's been a crazy day over at work. And I was just wondering, you know what? I want to do some Polymega content. We got to get to these. But the videos that I want to do with these particular games are going to take a little too long for what I have today. So I wanted to do something, right? It's like, oh, cool. Let me do some install and plays. And I'm going to do one for a PlayStation game, some random PlayStation game I got over here. And there's a whole bunch of different ones that we can do. There's a whole bunch of ones that we still need to actually, I think, grab from over at Studio B and bring back over here so we can do some testing. Plus, there'll be some really cool stuff maybe coming in the end of the week. So keep an eye out for that if you want some cool, like, random import related things, maybe a box opening plus an install and play kind of thing coming soon to the channel. So keep an eye out for that. In case you're interested in those things. But I had a question about the Final Fantasy Origins set. Now, a lot of people don't know, or maybe might not know, these were pretty notorious they were cool because they had like redrawn sprites and all sorts of other cool things. Kind of like the Pixel Remaster before the Pixel Remaster came out, right? So, but these were notorious for being not so user-friendly because of long load times and all of those kind of things. But I figure, hey, you know what? Maybe can Polymega speed that process up? So what happens if we install this bad boy onto an SSD and then load it? Does it actually affect the playing of the games? That is an interesting question, and one that could, if that was the case, be something that would actually turn the tides onto whether or not I actually want to crack open some more of these guys and put them all on a Polymega, because then we can play and not have to deal with all the load times and stuff. So come on with us over here. Let's put myself in the box, and we'll have some conversations, and then we'll check this out, right? All right. Well, actually, before I go, I just want to show you guys. I got the disc here, but this little piece of paper right here is an interesting piece of paper. It's actually the faded receipt, the original faded receipt from when I purchased this. And I purchased it from a company that doesn't exist anymore. Check this out on the back. It's Circuit City. Yeah. They had like the widest known demand receipt paper ever. I used to work for these guys. Shout out to any Circuit City folk out there. I just thought it was interesting that I still had the receipt and a fairly pristine copy of this game. I think I put it in my PlayStation once, and then that was it. This is Final Fantasy Origins, by the way. Final Fantasy 1 and 2, the combo pack on here. And not that they couldn't put, I think, like 4 of these on here. But they do have like new theme songs and opening cinemas and like that kind of thing. So like I said, let's get back into the box here and see what we can see. Let's go. All right. So I'm in the box. I've got my near pristine disc down here. And I'm going to pop it in to the Polymega. It likes it. I'm actually going to go to this fade real quick here, too, I think. Take a look at this, guys. Take a look at that. Take a look at the art on here. How rad is that? That's really cool. Like, you don't get those things like anymore, like inserts and all that kind of stuff, because I think people just don't, these companies don't, they don't do anything physical anymore. Everything's all digital. You probably get a cool picture or whatever that you can put somewhere. Just reading the disc. We'll see. We'll see what happens. There you go. Final Fantasy Origins. We'll manage it. Add to collection and install. Yes. We want to put it on the external storage. There we go. See how fast that goes. Installation progress is going. It's taking a little bit of time here. So we're going to put ourselves back up in the front there, and we'll take a look at the back and some manuals and that kind of stuff while we wait. So let's do that. All right, cool. So as we look at the back, it says experience the re-release of 2 classic games which started the most popular RPG series worldwide. Contains the complete versions of the groundbreaking original Final Fantasy and Final Fantasy II, which has never before released in North America to that time, right? As 2003? Did it say 2003? Really? All right. Well, maybe it was. I think it was earlier than that, like 2000 or 2001 or something like that. That these came out. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong down below. Contains, we do that. Both games include enhanced graphics, sound, and music, plus special features unique to this collection. This collector's package bonus features new theme songs and new CG opening cinemas, art galleries of Yoshitaka Amano's illustrations, detailed bestiaries of enemies for each game, and expanded event scenes and new story scenes. So actually, that's pretty cool. You know, it's got like all sorts of like new things involved in each one of them. We'll take a look at the back here. There's 1 memory block apiece, vibration function compatible, both single player games, of course. It's pretty neat. Pretty neat stuff. We take a look at the manual too, as it's going in there. I don't know if I ever took the manual out ever. This is pristine. Yeah, it says coming summer 2003 for Unlimited Saga. Maybe these did come out in 2003. So that means they're 22 years old? 22 years old PlayStation. Wow. Oh, we're getting old, guys. We're getting old. Oh, hello. Oh, I must have. That's another thing I did. I used to do when I collected the PlayStation games. The PlayStation games came with these things that were on top. They sealed the game. It was like a double seal. It was like the plastic that came over it, but then there was a sticker that went on top of the spine. And I don't know why I kept them, because and there's even registration cards. Yeah, this one has the registration card in the manual here, so that's cool. And then the manuals themselves. Do they have any like kind of cool? Yeah, the manuals were just cool. You know, lots of information, lots of words. You know, like you see like the manual of Final Fantasy 1 here. There's like, you know, this is encyclopedic craziness about controls and all this other fun stuff. You know, and then of course you've got the cool thing that shows all of the characters and all that stuff. I mean, you just don't get this stuff anymore. You know what I mean? I wonder if I could go to Final Fantasy 2. Yeah, its page with the characters and all that is the registration card page. So you could split off like this and like that here. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. Old Furon and Leon and Gus and Maria. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, let's see if there's any like things in the back here. Wow, an advertisement about look at this. So there's the Brady. There was a Brady strategy guide for the PlayStation versions. That's pretty cool. I wonder if like that would be a quest to go find the strategy guide for this game and see if you use it. It's like, what's better, paper strategy guides or game packs? The answer is game packs, guys. But and an advertisement for Final Fantasy X2. The adventure continues winter 2003. Check that out, old people. That's wild, guys. But it's like I can't even. Why did I do that? Why did I do that back in the day? I just shoved them in the manual. And it's like, yeah, people collect those. No, they don't. But I did do that. For the very first time, I did that specifically for Final Fantasy VII when I got it. I was so excited to get the game that I opened it up in the car, and then I had the little sticker thing, and I was like, "What am I gonna do with this sticker thing?" And I was like, "Oh, I know what I'll do with the sticker thing," and I stuck it like on the dashboard of my car, and I left it there. So my first car. It was there the day we had to. I had to send it away because I was a silly kid and hit a curb or something, and that was the end. That was the end of that car. I think it broke the axle or something like that. My dad was like, "Nah, I'm not even fixing this." So I was like, "Oh, okay, all right, we get a new car." But yeah, it was still there the day they took it away. It was just stuck there. And then there was another one. There was another one of those that I had that I took with me. I forget what. Maybe it was for Final Fantasy VIII. And I think I stuck it to like a part of my a TV stand. And then as I moved, I kept taking it, and I followed it around. And still to this day, there's one. It's also Final Fantasy related that's stuck to the entertainment center in the house. GTC, if you guys are here at 12 minutes, and I haven't even started the game yet, sorry guys. If you guys are here, and any GTC member says, "All right, fine, prove the fact that you have a Final Fantasy thing sticker on your entertainment center," I will do that. I'll make a community post tab. I'll take a picture of it, and then I'll tag whoever says it in the comments. So let me just say, like, do the thing. Show me the entertainment center. That's it. So just whoever it is in the GTC, say, "Show me the entertainment center." I'll tag you in a post, and I'll show that. But yeah, I mean, I was always intrigued by these because they were like, this is really cool. They did a lot of really cool work. They did they did a pixel remaster. Like everything looks cool and different from the originals. But the big thing people said is like they didn't want to play this because the load times were like horrendous. So anyway, kind of like the load times for installing this game. 12 minutes in a video. I should have. I don't know. I think it's good though that I'm telling you guys. It's like, hey, look, this is I started it, and it's in real time, so I can go back to the box because we're almost there. Put myself back in the box. It's 94%, guys. That's not like I'm waiting for time. Like I'm literally waiting for it to finish installing. So it does take this in real time to get onto your Polymega. So for those of you interested in, well, how long does it take to install a game onto an SSD using the Polymega? Now remember, the bottleneck is actually the laser reader on the I don't even know what this is. Is that a CD-ROM drive, a DVD-ROM drive, a Blu-ray? I don't know what it is. Whatever it is, it reads multiple systems, including PlayStation. But it's that's the bottleneck. It's whatever the read speed is of that, because the write speed to the SSD is way faster than anything can be read on these disc readers. So anyway, so let's go to Show and Collection. There it is, right next to Final Fantasy Tactics. Looking cool, very neat. I love the fact that they do these things where you can like look at like different pictures and stuff. It gives you a little blurb about it. Very fun for 5 friendly, that's for sure. So we'll do that, like a little thing there. I'm gonna eject the disc. All right. We've now officially ejected the disc. I'll put it back in its case so it can go right back onto the shelf, and it'll just hang out over here for now. And then we'll go in here and we'll start messing around before we play. Says Final Fantasy Origins is a compilation that includes the following 2 games: Final Fantasy II. Both games feature enhanced graphics and soundtrack, easy difficulty level. That's interesting. A memo feature, which allows you to save outside of towns, automatic targeting of enemies by your party members, and finally, a new CG introduction movie to cement their leap onto 32-bit systems. Obviously, Squaresoft, Square Enix was the developers on that. And then there's you go. Here's the little pixelated thingies there. And there's your updated graphics. These did not look like that when the original came out. Oh, that's fun. Oh, look at that. When they made the little thing, they named it Polymega. That's cool. Maybe there's like family members for one of the devs. That's neat. That's a cool little thing there. All right, so does installing this onto the SSD improve load time rates on this game? Let's find out by hitting play. I'm going to start a new game with the enhancements. Squaresoft. I mean, already that loaded pretty quickly. You get to choose one. Very cool, very cool. We'll go to Final Fantasy 1, of course. Very cool. It's the crystal thing from the preview. This is the other thing. Back in the day, you know, when you got a game and there was a preview like this, you were just watching it, you were just like in awe. You know, you didn't have like CG openings to games, you know what I mean? Like, this was rad. Like, check that out. You're like the warrior of light. You're gonna go out with this huge dragon. Dude, you cut the fireball in half. He's like, I'm cool, but I'm not as cool as Sephiroth. That's very cool. Is that the whole opening? Just one crystal hanging out in a cave. Very cool. And there's the opening there. Brings you to the menu, I'm imagining. Oh, there's a whole story thing? That's cool. Let's get the wind thing. The wind died. Wow, what a good setting. Like, the sea raged. Huh. I'm pretty sure that this was like in that first thing, right? When you play in the on the original NES. This is where it's going to talk about the four warriors of light, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that was the official getting there. That's cool. Let's do a push any button. Gonna do a new game from the beginning. We'll do normal mode. All right. Yeah. Warrior, thief, white mage. I like a white. I like So we'll do Alex as a warrior. We'll do some lunar references here. I want to do a red mage. Do Nash. White mage. Ooh, Luna. And the black mage. You know what? We'll still do. We're gonna do VV. Cause come on, son. All right, there we go. All right, start. Done. Yes. Let's go. Let's see what we've got in here. I mean, that was pretty neat. Let's see if we could just go into the town here. Yeah, not bad. We'll escape. Yeah. Let's see if we can get in a battle here real quick. I like the music too. It was a nice remaster. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, we need to get them weapons and all that kind of stuff. But so far so good. Looks great too. Pixel art is fantastic. Sound is awesome. It's a little MIDI, but I think that's what it was back then in the Final Fantasies for the PlayStation. Very cool. I think this is where you have to go to the guy up here. Yeah. Please go see the Majesty at once. We are. We've got the crystals. We have no proof except for they have the crystals. Yeah. Yeah, rescue Sarah. Garland has absconded with her. He's in the Temple of Chaos. We can't go get him because we're weak. Please go get them. Bridge that spanned us. Okay. There we go. There we go. And then you get your mission. And you're out. But yeah. Yeah, I was hearing that like load times between like transitions were like excessively long. We're talking like, like 10 to 15 seconds or something like that. And this is just a little bit of a beat. 1, 2, 3, done. Not bad at all. And here's your town here. I think this is where we can we hit the save buttons? Nope. Oh. Config. Status for a memo. Yes. All right, there we go. So there's your save games. So very cool, very neat. So I think we've answered our questions. So let's go to the wrap up. Oh, very, very cool, and a very nice surprise. Performance seems to be great on the Polymega using this old Final Fantasy Origins set. So I think, for one thing, this could be a very interesting scenario. Do you guys want to see, after we get done with Lunar or whatever, should we start slotting these up for some completion quests? Let me know down below in the comments. I'd be happy to slap some of those on there. Now that we got the Polymega, like up and running here, and now we have some cool other games installed. Let me know. So I know after Lunar, I think there is a 1 or 2 requests actually back over in the Evercade land. I gotta look up. It's been a while, but I gotta look up those requests and whatever, and we can move on and do that Evercade game, and then come right back to this. But let me know. We'll add these onto the list. That's very, very cool. I always wanted to play these, so would be very happy to continue to do so, because I have them all. I have the whole collection. So it's 1, 2, and then I want to say 3 and 4 are on one, and then 5 and Chrono Trigger are on one, and 6 and something else is on another. I can't remember how they did it, but I have the whole collection. So we can do an install and quick play. Just see how long it takes to do the install. So we'll do that. And then all along the way, let me know down below in the comments if you want to see some more of that. So there you have it, folks. Pretty cool. We can install them. Performance seems great. And you've got not only that, but I could do the save states here on the device as well. So very cool. Very cool. What do you guys think? Again, let me know down below in the comments. And as we get out of here, of course, because it is that time, we got to do one thing only, and that is thank every single member of, you guessed it, the Good Times Club. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Let's thank all these guys. The EverCanadian, Crimson Cross, George Games, Chris Westerman, Fanners Fiction, Lloyd Art Jam, Papa Pete, The Intellivision Gamer, Ken LaCure, Mr. Shua, John Willig, Gunzy20, Herb Wars, DF, Joe Whitlash, David Valdez, Dan Nastic, Dr. Mark Bag, Mad Scientist, Immortal Sojourn, and the Atari Creep. Thank you guys all so much for being members, for being awesome, for keeping 1080p StreamYard glory coming direct here to here, and not only here, but on Ed's channel, the Evercade Effect, and the Evercast, and Calling Our Retro Gamers, which hopefully will return this week as we can kind of shaking off some rust and trying to get schedules together and locked in. And then we can get some more of that Lunar played, huh? Very cool. So, if you want to be a member, go ahead and hit that join button. You can join on and get some cool behind-the-scenes footage from things that we're working on right now. There's a really cool project that I think maybe the GTC might wind up seeing first after it's completed. More on that later. But of course, you also get the every month we get the Good Times Club meeting video where you can actually input into what you might want to see on the channel directly as a kind of co-producers, which is neat. So you want to do that? That's good. If not, leave likes, leave dislikes, leave comments for sure, and hit the red subscribe button. That one's free, and you get the little bell too. That way, anytime my face puts anything on the internet's, your face will know. All right. Well, until next time, guys. We will catch you next time for some good times. I'm Rich, and we will see you later. Take it easy, guys.
rtsc.baconicecream.com.